Got the comments on my laptop. Well, when the comments do start filtering in, I mean. Need a bigger table. And a candle. Now I'm gonna need that for the incense. Got this box. I'm MacGyvering. I'm MacGyvering over here. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy 414 day. If you pop in, just say hello in the chat so that I can see that you're alive and breathing. Hey, Jessa. Happy Moon Day. I do have my pearls on. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Hi, Angela. Good to see you. Can you pull a card for me? I'd love a little pick-me-up. Sure. Okay, today, one free card for everybody who comes in, but you have to request it. Hey, Heather. What's up, girl? What's up, girl? Oh, Jessa, your card is water, emotions, flowing, feeling, going within, being resilient. Happy Scorpio moon, by the way. Moon is in Scorpio today. So I think that that is a nod for your moon to buckle up, buckle in. Hey, Jennifer. Let's see. All right, this one, next one is for Jennifer. You have the labyrinth of a journey. I'm hearing that you're just starting to navigate through this labyrinth. And because I'm looking at it and it looks like a brain almost. So just make sure that you are not getting lost in the maze inside your head. Yeah, whenever, it's like the destination is not the goal. The goal is like the journey. It makes me want to watch Labyrinth with David Bowie now. Let's see. Okay, this next one is for Heather. Woohoo! 2 flew out. Okay. We have trees and corn. Community and harvest for Heather. This is like big reaping what you sow, but like in regards to the people in your life. Maybe you're coming into contact with people who are rewarding you just by being you, by showing up as you. Thanks, Jessa. I love you. You're so nice to me. You're so kind. I love that. You're spreading the joy and spreading the kindness. This world needs more of that. I just recorded my video of the day. I'm getting back into that, but I'm switching it up just a little bit. That's the second reference I've heard today for that movie. Wow, for Labyrinth? That's so odd, because honestly, I never hear people talk about that movie anymore. I might have to watch it later on, for sure. You're welcome, Heather. Yeah, it's a Scorpio moon. I was deeply reflecting on, you know, the journey, my own labyrinth, where I came from to get to this point. Because I still feel like we're stuck inside of some sort of labyrinth. But the paths that led us to this point, you know, they were really rocky. At least, you know, yes, it was a meme, and this is making me feel like I'm meant to watch it. Me too. I'm thinking about LAN parties now all of a sudden. Remember whenever we used to get together in high school? Not us, but like when you were in high school and you'd get together with your friends and I'll put on a movie or something, or like playing video games from one room to the next. I'm in deep shadow work mode. Did a beautiful cord cutting for full moon. It's good to hear. I had this experience last week that was very interesting, to say the least, but I had a run-in with a peer on social media who brought to my attention ways in which I was acting out of my ego. And I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity and experience to be confronted with such a strange mirror. It was like seeing myself in a funhouse mirror, you know? Because, you know, you look in a funhouse mirror and like the person's head might be too big and then they're wide. It was kind of like that. It was a really good reflection of what I needed to be looking at within. So I'm rolling with that as a really huge blessing. I think it was divine intervention, personally. Even though the vibe and intention of the person's message through the social media did not come across that way. In fact, it came across in a pretty negative type of way. But no matter. No matter. I think that that's a lesson that we can all like take away from, is that, you know, you will have people watching you and waiting for you to make a move, or waiting for you to slip up or make a mistake. But it's okay, because we're all allowed to express ourselves and make mistakes and have fun and eat grapes and watch movies together. You know what I mean? We're allowed to have our own expression of our lives and the paths that we've walked to get to the point where we are. It's a random card just sitting over here. A random unicorn card just sitting over here, sitting on top of my Mother Mary Oracle deck. And it's the card of prosperity. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. You know, finances are just another extension of you, to be honest. It's like a photo album of where you've come from and how much effort you've put through to gain those paper dollar bills, right? a way that we quantify our energy output is through money. I think it would be cool if we got back to a system that didn't focus so much on money, but instead focused on prosperity and what it truly meant to have like good values and paying it forward, like paying for our values instead of paying for items. I think that would be really sweet. I think that we're kind of heading that way. I mean, we almost don't have a choice in some ways. That's good that you have the self-awareness to see that. Thank you. I'm trying to practice non-duality, and it feels really good. You know, whenever I realized what was happening, it was a huge, like, shock to my system. But I think that it was designed to be. Polarity. What's that about non-duality? You know, and that's just another thing, man, is that to become non-dual, you have to understand what it's like to be in polarity and understand what it's like to be on the other side of like the receiving end of some bullshit, right? But we're alchemists, and we can take that, internalize it, mix it up in your cauldron, and then serve it as you see fit, right? The ball becomes in your court. You're able to serve. And that's what I would like to do, is I would like to serve. I'm here for the people, and I'm here to share my stories. I'm here to express myself in a way that is true to me. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. I mean, it's not easy to get to a place where you are non-dual, because we don't live in a world like that. And especially like if you had to fight tooth and nail just to exist in your own space, fight tooth and nail to have an actual sanctuary, a place that you can rest and recover. Like if you don't have that, you're going to be constantly stuck trying to feel safe in your own skin. If you don't feel safe in your own skin, you really can't make any progress forward. I think that's something that the retrograde season was trying to teach us as well, especially that Mars retrograde. I looked at the astrology. I think I saw Mars at 28 degrees of Cancer, so pretty soon, you guys, Mars is gonna get out of Cancer and back into Leo. I think that's gonna be a fun day. Non-dualism, in essence, means there is no fundamental separation or distinction between things, including the self and the rest of existence. It suggests that what appears as separate and distinct is in reality a unified whole. Yes. This concept challenges the common understanding of the world as composed of many individual separate entities. Is that what you meant? Yes, that is what I meant. I meant I am another you. And by me sharing my story, it will allow you to perceive perhaps something within your own story that you could relate to. So by me expressing vulnerability, perhaps the watcher can understand what it's like for them to be vulnerable. Or by me expressing compassion, the watcher or listener will download an extra spoonful of compassion. That's my goal. I made a really interesting tea blend today. I started drinking St. John's wort tea. And I also got some blue lotus flower from the co-op. Yes, it is. And for the Leos, it will be a fun day. My Mars is in Leo. Oh, girl, yeah. You're going to be like straight out the gate with that. I'm excited for you. I kind of want to do a collective reading. I recorded my video of the day right before I came on here, and I posted it to YouTube, but I haven't posted it elsewhere yet. I mentioned that I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently nowadays, and I'm going to be sharing my writings. I love writing. It helps me contextualize the transformations that I'm feeling and experiencing. You gotta write it down. If you don't write it down, you're gonna forget it. I can't have St. John's wort because it's bad for MS. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. First cup of St. John's wort tea that I had like amazing energy and just honestly couldn't even believe it. I was like, hold up. This plant will help me have energy, stay focused, and like just be a little bit sunshinier. I'm all in. So every day I'm gonna do that. Me too, writing is healing. Hey Anise, what's up, girlfriend? I'm just chatting, doing a little bit of a collective reading. So we have Pluto and the North Node coming in. Transformation and life's purpose. So we are transforming into more of our own personal truth right now. And it's true, it's exactly what we're doing. Like Venus came out of retrograde and said, okay, during this 40-day period, I've figured some things out about myself. Might have taken a really long time, might have taken the entire 40-day duration to get the message. But honestly, that's kind of how I've noticed that it works for me anyway. Like, you go through a period of time, you test and see how a particular thing is working out for you, and then you're able to review it and say, okay, 3 weeks, 4 weeks have passed. What is my results? Like, do I have any results from this? And yet again, I think that record keeping is extremely important. Make sure that you're documenting your experience, write everything down. Keep your receipts. It took the whole 40 days and a full moon. Yeah, full moon with Chiron. Hello, Chiron. That's like bing, 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 going off in my head. Like a super big deal on that. You know, Chiron showing you where you're getting triggered. I have Chiron in Leo, which is 5th house themes, which is expressing yourself. Fifth house and mind together. I'm happy that you got it, girl. I got your donation. Did you want me to read anything specific for you, or would you like a general message? Fifth house and mind, by the way. That's like, I'm still getting more labyrinth energy. It's like the playground in your head. It's your imagination. It's like a sandbox type of vibe that I'm getting. So like we're transforming our minds into this more creative type of thing instead of this thing that's hell-bent on routine or ego or thinking that things should go a specific way. Like that's all going away. She says the general's good. Well, I'm happy that this is all going away because I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm ready for the transformation. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care if it hurts like hell. I just want to do it. Okay. My Gemini Chiron wounded healer vibes. Yeah, Chiron with the Mercury card that came in. I think that's pretty timely. My brain is all over the place. I've been going with the flow when I want. I'm in a good place other than the cold. Do you mean that it's cold outside for you right now, or you have a cold? Over tests. This was a gigantic initiation too. It was like, I feel like I've been being monitored by forces beyond my imagination. Which I don't mind, in a way. For a minute, I was like, oh my god, am I over paranoid? And then I was like, no, this is real. But just pay attention and, like, behave, I guess. Be a good girl. A cold, a sneezy sniffle. I'm sorry, girlfriend. Okay, well, let me get a different deck here. Before I pull these cards, I am going to light an incense. Because I want to. I think I'll do a jasmine. I like this one a lot. It's super sweet and floral. Just makes me feel so much brighter. Yeah, in my card of the day video today, I shared a story about my hospice work. Before I started doing this full time, I was a hospice nurse, and I loved it because I love being able to connect with people on a deep level, and it doesn't get deeper than life or death. My Scorpio moon loves that. I can connect to people at that level so easily. So that I felt like that was my calling, you know, being able to provide compassion, understanding, and in a way, a gentle amount of forgiveness. That was like a balm to these people and their families, especially their families, who, you know, this is the hardest point. This is one of the hardest points in their lives, a loved one about to pass. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Except be. Dragon's blood incense. Today, in the Mayan Sulcan, it is the day of the red dragon. It's all about feeling your life force and feeling the elements around you and working with what you got. Being present in your energy. Because if you're not present, that's when the energy leaks out. Being present in your heart. If you're present in your mind, your energy will leak out of your mind. It's not meant for, this is not meant for your home. It's supposed to be in your core, in your trunk. I work with dragon magic. I love it. Oh, that's so cool. You're gonna have to tell me more about that. because likeness recognizes likeness, my friend. Katie, hi. Have an amazing day at the gym, girl. You're beautiful. Alright, so this is a reading for Jennifer. She requested just a general reading. Let's see what we have today. What is the message that Jennifer needs to hear? Okay, so the first card that came out is Resistance. So you may be feeling a lot of resistance about, you know, choosing one path over the other right now. Oh fuck, a bee just came into my room. Of course a bee just came into my room, but at least it's a honeybee and I bet it'll just go right back out. Go right back out. Anyway, you might be feeling a lot of resistance at this time in your solar plexus chakra. This is your self-worth. This is your drive. Mountain and the moon. Interesting. Maybe a Capricorn moon. Maybe somebody in your life with an earth moon. Maybe somebody withholding emotions from you or grounding emotions. Yes, I'm facing many decisions. Okay. Let's get some more. Surrender card. And your story. This bee is doing the most right now, dude. It's like horsing around in the lamp and shit. Okay. Surrender and your story. Coming out together after mountains and the moon. I'm a Cap rising. The Capricorn moon is my daughter. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Surrender to your story. Okay, we have purity and timeline. The most pure timeline that you could choose is surrendering to the will of, you know, these grounded earthly emotions. The soul on earth, the sun, the moon and the sun, like, are literally both here in this reading. And yet we still have this resistance. Now, I really need some more clarity though, because the resistance card is tripping me up a little bit. Because I'm curious. I'm curious. Okay, we have Divine Beauty and Mars. Tifereth and Mars coming in. I think that you're going to understand something more about which path to choose, like the shiniest path. Since we were just talking about Mars not too long ago, I think when Mars moves into Leo, you're really going to start seeing results in real time in regards to the things that are like attracting you in your life. She's living with in-laws. It's not easy, but she's okay. I'm in the middle of getting a settlement and saving. I lost my home. I'm okay now, just rebuilding. A complete overhaul. Yeah, damn. That is a lot. You go, girl. Like, that takes a strong spirit to rebuild in the face of an adversary like that. So, my hat off to you. I'm just healing and building things up, I hope, because I'm at a crossroads in shadow work. Interesting. So with you saying that, it's like you have surrendered to your circumstance and decided to focus on a more pure way of being. And you know that because you met the resistance within yourself. You met resistance within yourself during your shadow work and said, okay, I need to change something. So you dug deep. You got strong in your emotions. And you said, I'm not going to cave. I'm going to stand strong in it. And you did. Okay? You surrendered to exactly where you were. And decided to move onto the purest, highest timeline. And it's your actions and the way that you do them, that beautiful way that you do things, that nobody else can do things, just you. You bring that out. And we have the cross with the element of spirit. That's really beautiful too. It's like the cross, protection, sacrifice, unity, forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving spirit, forgiving your spirit. You're in my heart, Jennifer. You're allowed to forgive yourself for fucking around and finding out. I think that's really human, actually. Virgo and Libra. Wow, I've never had these two come out together like that before. Virgo and Libra. So this is a lot of feminine energy, a lot of pure energy, balancing the purity. Forge my own path. Aw, this reading was beautiful. Forgiveness to self. I know what it's meant to be will be. Okay, and this is a little strange too, coming out. Two stars coming out together. So this is alchemizing energy. This is you going from your earth form and alchemizing into something that is beyond what you were before. The 7-pointed star, 7 is linked with alchemy. And the 5-pointed star is linked with the 5 earthly elements, including the element of spirit that came out with the cross. So I think that, you know, this is going back and saying, you know, if you're hitting a roadblock right now, just take something in your life right now and tweak it a little bit. Put your own personal spin on it. I date a Virgo and my kid is a Libra. Yeah, you can't make this up. What's meant to be will be. Que sera, sera. I've been saying that the past couple days. I actually have a stone. I have an egg that I'd love to show you along the same line. Let's see. I have no idea where that bee went. I'm making peace with it. Check it out. This is an indigo gabbro egg. Whenever I bought it in the shop, in the crystal shop, I bought it off of my friend who, I asked him, I was like, hey, what stone is this? And I'll never forget it. Because he said, it's que sera sera. It's whatever you want it to be. So, It's always, you know, been that little token to me that it's my little egg and I'm going to grow it into whatever I want it to be. You have to remember to incubate it and nurture it. My edible kicked in. I'm feeling the vibe in here. It's gorgeous. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Yes. Okay, Sarah, Sarah. I'm happy that that resonated with you, Jennifer. I think it was a pretty positive spread. There's nothing like divine Christ consciousness coming in to tell you that, you know, you are being guided through your spirit down the path of like the highest and best good for you. You can definitely rest in that. Don't forget it, you know. It's not like it's going to be a cakewalk. People are going to show up and try and make things more difficult for you, but you don't have to react right away. Remember that, Leo Mars? Remember that. I have a moonstone egg. I love moonstone. Moonstone on moon day. Moon day. There's been a lot of synchronization today for sure. Thank you. You are welcome. We're reaching a time now where everything is, it's just all blending together, linking together, blurring together. It's supposed to. We're supposed to be met with, like, our frequency match. It's just the law of the universe, you know? When you look at a river and watch it flowing, the entire body of water is comprised of individual drops of water. And that's us too, is like we are each drops of water, and we may be polarized in a positive or negative, feminine, masculine way along like whatever light spectrum you're looking at there. But we all make up this vast collective of human intelligence. Moonstone Monday, baby. I'm gonna grab these ones. And for us to reharmonize, rebalance, and like resituate ourselves in our own natural order, we have to be willing to express our frequency so that we can fall exactly into place where we need to be. And I don't mean like fall in line by any means, because I'm a rebellious heart. You are not a drop in the ocean, but the ocean in one drop, Rumi. It's a really nice one. Thanks for sharing that in the comments. I have an idea for my next live. So I'm going live again on Friday, and I'm going to make a post about it. But anybody who shares with me in the comments, like their favorite poem, it has to be during the live. But anybody who shares their favorite poem with me during the live gets a free reading. I'm going to do it like that. Where will the moon be on Friday? If it's in Scorpio now, Probably being Capricorn. Let's see. If it's in Scorpio now, I bet it will be in Capricorn. Moments. Capricorn. I thought so. If it was in Pisces, I was gonna be like, send me your haikus. Yeah, I would love to have like a lot more engagement in the comments during my lives. Like, I know that a lot of people are probably at work right now, but it's all good anyway. I just got 3 cards that came out while I was shuffling. I have Foundations, Yesod, Top Tree of Life, Pluto, and Virgo. Again with this Virgo card. Like how much purple is here too. So we're having perhaps like, perhaps we are re-establishing ourselves, you know, we're starting from the ground up here. But this Pluto card, which is necessary destruction, in order to reorder things in a way that makes sense, in a more like divinely led way, in a more feminine way. This is the tower falling, and we're looking around after it fell. Okay, the tower fell. We're done falling. The tower is down, people. Pluto happened. But now you're stuck with a bunch of resources on the ground. Like, you are the wood snake. You are the serpent of the year 9 here in 2025. Waking up and saying, my boots are on the ground. I'm here. I've ascended from hell. And now I'm looking around and I have a lot of different things that I can work with because that tower fell. I have all of these resources that I could pick up and do with whatever I see fit. So I think that that's where Virgo comes in, because this analytic part is saying, okay, well, we need to make lists. We need to make, we need to take stock in everything that we do have, and we need to plan for this and pull up the calendar and, you know, all of these little pieces, so that you can really, yesod, build your foundation to your tree of life exactly where you are. Doing exactly what feels correct. It has to feel correct. It has to feel like you're doing something out of a truth. If it doesn't, then you're not doing it in like your soul's authentic way. And something that you might want to keep in mind of on that is that you might feel like somebody is nudging you in a certain direction, or you might feel like somebody is influencing you to make the decision. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't feel right, and if you have a history with that person who's led you astray before, or not had your best interest in mind, or took advantage of you in some way, shape, or form for their own gain, then you can say, I'm not going to listen to you. And whatever you want me to do, I should probably do the exact opposite. That's how I've functioned for my entire life. Oh, you think I should do this? Watch while I do that. And we'll meet in the middle next month and see what happens. Or we'll meet in the middle in 2 days after my way didn't work, and I'll own it up and say, you were right. You know, that's grace. That's forgiving yourself within the structure of a relationship. You were right. You know, I tried my way. Let's listen to your way now. I think that that's extremely human, And it's fun, you know? It's way more fun that way. This bee is gonna be like crawling up my shoulder any minute now, I guarantee. My bee friend. Befriend. I think I just got a psychic DM saying that I'm gonna make a new friend pretty soon. Anyway, root chakra. Opposite day, but life. Root chakra and Uranus. And one more. Element of fire. Cool. So, root chakra. Your fight or flight. Feeling safe. Feeling safe to just exist. It's your basic needs. Coming in with Uranus, it's like Uranus is that planet that electrifies you. It's the lightning striking the tree to catch on fire. Element of fire. So that things can be transformed. I feel like the root chakra is the container at which this lightning strikes and the fire begins. So there's a fire at the very base and core of yourself. Whoever you are listening, if this is your reading. This Leo likes that. Yay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is, yeah. I just keep seeing lightning striking the base of a tree and the whole tree becoming engulfed in flames. Well, what happens after the tree is lit up? What's going to happen next? I have to know. The seven-pointed star again. Alchemy is what's going to happen next. Chokure. The alchemy of pure presence. And Venus. The alchemy of pure presence with love. Wow. So that's, to me, saying that Uranus is coming in to shock everything back into its own divine natural order after we dismantled everything. It's the wake-up call. Like, first Pluto came in and dismantled everything, just flippin' leveled it down to the ground with feminine principles in mind, saying things aren't working, this is what I want to achieve. And by doing so, I have to start from the ground up. I have to start from the root chakra, make sure that I feel safe and secure to express myself, to let out these revelations that will stoke the fires of change. You know, and once those fires are stoked, the septogram comes in and says, okay, now we have something to work with, people. All the while, Venus stays by your side. Venus, your values. Oop. And again, the pentagram coming out. The things that you actually value on the three-dimensional plane. The four elements plus you, the element of spirit, or, you know, the bird spirit, the tree spirit, the water spirit. It's all spirit. You know, it's the movement it's the movement. Here we go. It's the movement of the life force, the Kundalini. huge Kundalini awakenings, you guys. Huge Kundalini awakenings and activations are coming for everybody. Oh my gosh. And then Capricorn energy. The sea goat. I'm healing and taking time to rest and feel these things since I have the time. Working business from home. I'm grateful to have the time and safety. Good. 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 You're lining yourself up to actually step on the correct path for you. It's really brave and it's not easy. It's really brave to try and line yourself up for more trusting, for more authenticity. Because when you start trusting in your own authenticity and saying, my intuition is telling me that I need to switch it up, you have to just trust the process. Capricorn, coming in to finish the reading up. That's the fish that goes from the water and is able to sprout legs and climb up the mountain. It's a metaphor for the Kundalini energy in a way, because it starts clear at the base, at the lowest point, and it works itself all the way up to the crown and beyond, to the top of the mountain, for the bird's eye view, for the complete picture, for the perfect star. Yeah. Really like that. Really like that. Yeah, it's new beginning energy. It's definitely new beginning energy. Yes, now that you have hit it all, including my Cap Rising, I got all the messages loud and clear. You're welcome. Hey, I'm getting takeaways from it too. You know, I'm not self-serving over here by any means, but I love connecting with people because it just, you know, it's a two-way street. Communication is a two-way street. And we're sharing more than just our words when we speak and when we share. We're sharing our frequency. And I think that that's one of the most beautiful things that people can do together, is come together and amplify the energy in the container. And the energy that I'm feeling being amplified right now is a lot of love and gratitude. I'm just gonna feel that for a minute. Hooah! I wanted to share a story that happened to me in this past October. So my video of the day today, I shared a story about what happened to me while I was working in hospice in October. Hey, Anise. The story was about me working in hospice. And, you know, I met this woman, and I think I knew her for like 4 or 5 days before she passed away. And it was a very sharp decline. Like, she went from being able to walk, talk, do whatever she wanted to. Within 5 days, she was dead. It was a sharp decline, and it was because she decided that she wasn't going to do dialysis, which I really respect. A person's decision to take life in their own hands and saying, I will not prolong my suffering, and I'm okay with going home now. And after she passed, I connected with her daughter, who I never met, but we spoke on the phone pretty often during that time period, and she had expressed to me how cruel her mom was, and how story after story, it was so shocking to me that this woman had, like, was so cruel to her, number one, and number two, that her daughter was still around. When her mom died, it was one of the first times I've ever seen this, but she died with a smile on her face. I had a really hard time for about a week wrapping my mind around that. It was like, this cruel person died with a smile on her face. What's up with that? Yeah, some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. But it does make one wonder about, you know, what you take joy in, whose company you keep, what the point of it is. I think the point of it is to share. I think the point of it is to express and flow. Because you can flow down a poisonous river and still be in flow. It just depends on your frequency and what you magnetize towards yourself, you know? It is those drops of water in the river. You need to make sure that you are surrendering to your own frequency and not trying too hard to change like what you are. Because you'll wind up where you need to be. If it doesn't feel right, then it's just not right for you. Some are born to suffer to make people grow into what they need to be. That catalyst energy. Yeah, and I don't believe in coincidences either. I think that we're supposed to be where at the right time and the right place. I don't believe in coincidences. Another story that I wanted to share was about how ICP, the band, saved the universe. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. ICP saved the universe. And I'll tell you exactly how. So, it was around Halloween last year. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to dress up as. So I decided that I was going to just do clown face paint and go as an ICP person. What's that called? A juggalo. I decided to go as a juggalo. I was like, wait a minute. Anyway, yeah, so it was a step out of my comfort zone, not gonna lie, because not many people know that I'm just like a little bit off the wall and off kilter that way, but I love expressing myself that way. So I thought, fuck it. YOLO, I'm going for it. And I did, and it was fun. So I'm walking around my aunt's neighborhood, which is like kind of ritzy, stuck up in a way, out that way, yeah. But they give good candy, and I was excited to just like be in a closed little community plan. Whatever, fuck it. So I go, I bring the kids. Yeah, whoop whoop, give me the call, baby. Juggalos for life. So yeah, I'm walking around this like stuck up people neighborhood, and I was pushing my stroller and letting my oldest son go door to door. I'm trying to direct him because he's younger still. I'm trying to teach him how to trick or treat. And I'm trying to say hello to everybody that I see. I'm just trying to be out there and be friendly with people. And I walked past this family, and there was a little girl sitting in an electric wheelchair. And I could tell that it was one of those wheelchairs that is powered by, like your eyes, because you can't move your body. So if you move your eyes a specific way, it'll like interface with the AI in the chair, and the technology like will make it move, or it'll help you speak. Well, I made eye contact with this little girl, and I felt her in my heart to the point where we both smiled. I've never seen a little girl smile like that before. And it was earth-shattering. It shattered, it rocked my whole world. Yeah, I'm like tingling right now. Yeah, Jennifer, I want to go to the gathering this year. I think that would be a great time. But my point of the story was I felt like ICP saved the universe for that one moment of pure bliss and joy that was just from eye contact, and like both of us showing up as ourselves, expressing our frequency in a way that was beyond words, and being together. It was a fleeting passing moment. I'm never gonna forget it, and I don't know if she remembers me, but que sera sera. Yo, we should plan a gathering. We should go to the gathering, you guys. Yeah, you're welcome. I want to start sharing more of my stories with people, especially in this way. It's the little things that matter. If one smile changes the course of somebody's day, week, month, doesn't fucking matter. If we have the power to share something as simple as that with other people and have such a humongous impact, like, this world could be such a beautiful place. When is it? I don't know, let's find out. The Gathering of Juggalos 2025. August 13th to 16th. In Ohio. Cool. I'm excited. Joy, laughter, love. Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love. I don't give a fuck how corny that shit sounds. It's real. It's real. But something that I have realized about being real is that you can't really feel that joy, laughter, and love until you feel the exact opposite of it. You can't share and express true, authentic, wonderful happiness and joy without feeling and expressing deep sorrow, pain, alienation, doubt, and fear. You know, we all know what those things feel like. They suck, but they're necessary. In a non-dualist type of way, you know, you kind of have to have both of those things so that you can, I'm thinking about a rainbow, you know, you have to bridge it somehow. So we're building these rainbow bridges between these extremely polarized opposites, but once you have the connection, you know, you can travel along that bridge in any type of area that you wish, but you got to make that connection. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in between somewhere, not wanting to lose the progress that you made in this direction by sliding back. Healing's not linear. You're on a bridge. We should ask Rhiannon to go as well. Oh my God. This is gonna be a wild time, you guys. I'm so excited. Yes. Yes, Jennifer. It's 3:09. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What am I doing with myself? Man, I want to pull more cards. I want to pull more cards. I want people to want me to read cards for them. How about that? If you're watching the replay, thanks again for watching. I want you to let me know if you'd like a reading. If you message me today, this is 4/14. If you message me on 4/14 up until midnight and schedule a private reading, I will honor the live price, which is by tip donation basis. So I hope to hear from you. In the meanwhile, I really want to pull some more cards. I want to horse around. Alright, I have to go. You were amazing. Definitely want to consider the gathering. Sounds fun as shit. Thank you for the reading. Thank you, Jennifer. Have a wonderful day. I'll catch you later. I need to get my butt on more lives. Like, I'd love to get on TikTok and do some lives. Ooh, this one wanted to come out and play again with Yesod. Foundation card. This is creepy. This one, again, divine beauty. Foundations built off of, like, beauty. Asunda, which to me reminds me of, it reminds me of a telephone cord, just looking at it. Like an old school telephone cord that was all curly, and you'd have to, like, sit next to the hook, and you had this big long cord, and sometimes you'd be able to stretch it really far to make it into the cupboard to get a snack. Asunda. It also reminds me of the, wow. I'm looking at it and thinking about water swirling down a drain. Kind of like that. With Scorpio. Asunda and Scorpio together. That is deep excavation. That's going down, down, down the drain to get to the bottom of something. What are we getting to the bottom of here, Scorpio? Sehiki. Mind, body, soul connection. My decks just came in, but you can pull for me. I'd be happy to pull for you. Sehiki and Shokure coming together. staying present with yourself while you're healing. This is big shadow work. Scorpio shadow work, getting to the truth of the matter. Sigil of Avalon. Victory of the triplicity, the union of the goddess. It's alchemy. It's magic. It's nature. It's the garden of Avalon. It's the Garden of Eden. But it's the true Garden of Eden. It's not the false matrix Garden of Eden. That's how I feel about Avalon. I feel like it was the actual place where Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene were, you know? I think that it was the actual place where balance occurred. You know? I think that maybe it's going to be rebalanced with Libra coming out with it. Rebalanced in the ways of mind, body, soul connection, the triplicity factor. And we're doing so much like past life healing. Check it out. I think that these two cards are kind of the same, just different perspectives. So it's taking a different perspective on how we are showing up and how we are like mirrors to other people, how we are the same in ways. But also, you know, we all have what we deem as more beautiful than next. We all have our own perfect vision and how we wish to build our foundations. Whatever that means for you. That's definitely me with my Reiki, she says. Let's see how. I could really go for some Reiki right now. Any distance Reiki practitioners watching or watching now or in the replay want to swap a distance Reiki healing? Shoot me a message. I would love to get some Reiki, and I would love to share my heals with you as well. But I'm a level 2 Kundalini certified Reiki practitioner. I had my attunements in person by an old friend, and I'm still hoping to get my level 3. I think I'll have to go to New York City for that one. I'm just manifesting so much travel in my life. I'm going to be all over the flippin' place this year, next year, 2027, all of it. I feel it in my bones. I'm going back to these cards, and I'm looking at the Libra card, and I'm thinking about what it represents right next to the Sigil of Avalon. I mean, Libra is a Venusian. There's a big-ass V on this card. It's like Venus. Venus, and Libra is a masculine energy. It's air. Merlin is here with the Sigil of Avalon. So I'm thinking about divine masculine energy. And I'm thinking about how it relates to, you know, what we're excavating down, what we're plumbing from these like scorpionic types of waters, right? And how we're there to support the divine feminine. How we're there to support the divine masculine. But men supporting women looks different than women supporting men. It just does. And I'm talking about energetics here. Like, I don't want people to jump in the comments and jump down my throat and be like, ooh, there's more than... It's not about gender. It's about frequency and frequency matching. Because once again, we live in a polarity type of world. And on the spectrum of like masculine, feminine, with the center point being a 0 point, you know, opposites attract. So if you have a very masculine man and a very feminine woman, they will attract to each other. But if you have, you know, not so masculine man and very feminine woman, they don't quite match up. It's geometry. We're looking for that. So, I mean, I'm looking around nowadays and I'm seeing a lot of people wondering why folks just like can't get on the same page. But I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I am here for you if you want to talk, and especially if you want to share stories and express. I think I excel in that department. She said, I'm with you. I need to move forward. There's only one direction. Harvest, corn. And skull, death. Harvester of sorrow. We have harvest and death. That's heavy. Death doesn't have to be literal. It can be metaphorical. So when we're talking about reaping what you sow, we're talking about coming to the end of a period. We're talking about, you know, picking the berries from the bush before the frost hits and before the death occurs, before it's time. Freedom, being free, harvesting. You've reached the end and now it's time to be free. It's time. It's time to be free. You know, to come into perfect union with yourself, to unite the polarized energies within yourself, to achieve more of a balance. You know, it's not time for dilly-dallying. It's not time for overthinking. I like that word, dilly-dallying. It's a word or a phrase? It's a phrase. Yeah. I love the Sehiki symbol because it reminds me of a chess piece. It reminds me of the knight chess piece that looks like a little horse. Always has. So I'm thinking about playing chess, you know, but that's mind, body, soul connection. Mind, body, soul connection, union. Being free to show up as your full integrated self. Your full integrated self, you know. You've gone through the ego death. You've harvested your karma. And you've said, okay, my next step, I'm going to be working on balancing all of these magical energies within me, these energies of the goddess and of the divine masculine, you know, the protector and the creator. The structure and form and the force that moves you. That's Plutonian, that's Scorpionic. It's the Holy Spirit that resides within the liminal spaces between each molecule of water. The thing that provides the fluidity, the thing that provides the fluidity. It's the movement. It is the flow. That's why flowing is associated with femininity and water. And I think that it all has to do with being visible. It's about the revelation. It's about flushing it out for all to see. Because that's your authentic expression. When you're able to get a taste of that, it's like you can't go back, because then everything just feels phony. And that is not it. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Mother Mary card for us. Yeah, times are just not easy. Emotions are running really high. There's a lot of things that, are built to distract us from what truly is going on in here. Everything is externalized, It's all about what's going on down the road, what's going on in totally other continent. And while it's horrible, heartbreaking, and we can send our love and prayers to them and to Amma and to the Creator, Divine Mother Earth, please surround and protect with your love and grace. We could send those messages, but don't let something external affect your internal. So we don't have any control over it. The only thing we can do is match our frequency to something happening on the outside of us that we desire to match with, I guess. It's not like you can force it, because sure, let's say you listen to like the angel binaural beats frequency, healing frequencies or whatever, but if you're not integrating and living that from your body is not suitable to hold the frequency for a long term. That's like people who do spell work to try and get the man or get the girl or stuff like that. Sure, the spell will bring you together, but if the frequency is not a match, you won't be able to hold on to it. It doesn't matter how many like candles you light, you know, shit like that. That's just fact, man. Eventually the rain will evaporate, you know. Our Lady of Blessing bestowed. Our Lady of Blessing bestowed. She's holding up her right hand. I think it looks like Amma. It's coming in to say, hi, dear one. I just want to give her a hug, honestly. I just want to be in that light and in that presence. That's what a blessing feels like to me. Being in presence of love, of Amma, of the divine. You can give that to yourself, you know. You can wrap your arms around yourself and say, I love you. Everything is going to be alright. Gotta pour into your cup. You gotta pour into your cup. I'm gonna grab the little book for this. Our Lady of Blessing bestowed. I'm just gonna read it just a little bit. I am offering you a spiritual gift now, the gift of a heavenly blessing. This blessing may come through a person, place, or thing, or spring forth from within your own heart, unfolding like a blooming rose. I ask that you trust me because in receiving this blessing, things will change. Changes are a shedding of that which holds you back from fully receiving my blessing. My blessing asks you to have trust and courage as I help you leap into your divine fulfillment more swiftly than you could do on your own. That's the power of Amma's grace. For sure. For sure. Although given freely, the grace of the blessing is that it happens when the time is right, not a moment too soon or too late. This oracle is coming to you because the time is right for you, and this blessing is being offered to you now, whether you understand its ultimate purpose or not. We don't have to know that a blessing is happening for it to work its magic, though, of course, it can be nice to know that the divine is taking over if suddenly things go awry before they fall into place in a new way. Love that. So, yeah, to me, like, the takeaway was that if you feel stuck, just keep trusting, because you will be given an opportunity to break out of the rut that you're stuck in. Just stay in love and feel that grace. Feel the grace. It's like, yeah, cooling rain, cooling spring rain. Our role is to be honest and present with our feelings and let the chips fall where they will, so to speak. You are given permission for the divine to take over your life direction for a moment, trusting in the greater wisdom and perspective of the Holy Mother and her unconditional love for you and her passionate desire for your spiritual liberation. With the onset of this blessing, you might have had a subtle reorientation, or you might suddenly feel like you are heading in a very different direction. Yeah. Either way is perfect for you. Trust. All will be well, and soon the chaos of change will be replaced with great joy, gratitude, and even deeper loving trust in the tender genius of the Divine Mother's grace. Jai Ma. Oh, I love that. Oh, I so love that. Alma's grace. All you have to do is ask. Ask for it. I don't know if you're praying, people. but it doesn't hurt. That's for damn sure. Feels a lot better. I was talking to, I attend satsangs on weekends with my spiritual teacher. Her name's Prema Sudha, Janet Hobbs. And she's one of the most beautiful, loving, wise people that I've ever been blessed to know. And she really is like a mother to a group of like school children during these satsangs. So she's there to provide wisdom and joy from the Holy Spirit. I just love her. And what were we talking about? We were talking about praying and talking about empirical evidence of the divine. And that's another reason why I write down things that happen to me, is because then I have a record of my own experience on my spiritual path with my Creator and with Amma, with these supernatural forces. And I emailed her last night. I emailed Prema Sudha after she had forwarded the satsangs over the weekend that I missed because I was tending my own children. And I messaged her. I said, hey, I'm so sorry that I missed the satsangs. Can we schedule a call this week so that we could talk? I miss talking to you. And she got back to me and was like, I encourage you to come on the weekend to satsang and share your story, because you sharing your story will help other people. And that gave me such clarity on so many different things. It was like unfathomable clarity that bridged into other areas of my life. I'm just so grateful for those types of blessings. So I'm a praying type of person, especially whenever it comes to things like this. So if you feel yourself struggling right now, or hitting roadblocks, hitting resistance, feeling like, man, what's the point of it all? Like, I've been trying and people have been pushing me down on purpose, or so it felt, or so it seems, like I'm getting triggered. I mean, I kind of thought it was funny that I was getting trolled so fucking hard. It was like the universe was trolling me so hard. Like, girl, you're so stuck in your ego, it's insane. Oh, Alma's grace, man. Just stay in the grace. Stay in the receptive grace that, you know, as you stumble through your life, as Prema Sudha would say, like a bumbling idiot. I'm just floating. I'm meeting so many new people, but not women, unfortunately. Well, I'm here with you, girl. You're not alone. Yeah. Sometimes whenever I'm wandering through my life feeling like a totally bumbling idiot, I just laugh, because que será será. It will be what it will be. But that doesn't mean that you have to take shit from other people at the same time, right? You have the right to exist in love and freedom. And if somebody's trying to take the love and freedom from you in subtle or not so subtle ways, you know, you have the right to respond appropriately. You have the right to become the Lady of Holy Fire and burn away the darkness, burn away the judgment, burn away the doubt, burn away the fear, burn away the sense of lack. Because if you experience lack now, that polar opposite will become magnetized to you. So don't attach to the lack feeling, because it will transmute. All you have to do is look at other areas of your life and say, where's my abundance? Where's my abundance? If I'm feeling lack here, I have abundance here. If you have abundance in this sector that you don't want, get rid of it and free the abundance up so that the lack will go away. You know, and then you're more centered. You just have to be patient and trust that it'll work. But I believe in love, and I believe in freedom. I believe in good posture. She said, I'll send you something. Okay. I do have time to do a reading, if you'd like one. I'm gonna take myself and do something cool with myself. I'm gonna take myself and give myself a big old blessing, baby. Well, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you're watching the replay, send me a message if you'd like a reading. Or if you'd like to explore any of my other psychic medium services, we can do that together as well. So, thanks again. It was great to talk to you, Anise. And I'll see you guys again soon. Friday, actually. I'll see you guys on Friday. Friday, Venus Day.